Hello, and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. My name's Pat Baer. This is my Gunpla and Lego building stream. I want to thank everybody who's joining me on this special Wednesday afternoon stream. I normally do Thursday evenings and Saturday evenings, but I'm traveling for the holidays tomorrow, and I could have streamed sometime on Thursday, but I wasn't sure when. So I figured I'd do a home stream here, and then on Saturday I'm going to stream from my parents' place in South Carolina. I want to thank everybody who's joined me here for this afternoon. One, I'm throwing the Bear Cave emote in the chat. If you're in the chat and you are a subscriber, throw me that emote. If you're not a subscriber yet, well, one, follow me if you don't do that. That's big one. Two, you could save 20% by giving me a sub this month. If you use your Twitch coin, that doesn't cost you anything. But if you want to use hard-earned money, you can save 20% if you're a first-time subscriber. It's a holiday sale that's going on. Also, you can gift people subscriptions, and you save 20% during this holiday season. So that's just something. That's something for you. I'm not expecting a huge turnout here on Wednesday, which is, I understand. It's an afternoon stream, and I tried to give a bunch of notice, but, some people might be caught off guard. But happy to have a few of you here. We're going to give it a couple minutes to let a few more people trickle in before we start building. Working on the GM Sniper 2. We have, we'll go to that before I start building. We can at least look at it. Let's look at that. Okay, so here's where we're at. We've got our head, and I'm going to pop that. We got our head and our body, chest here, and our arms done. We've got our waist done here. You can see that. We've got our legs, our feet done, and we are working on our legs. Put this all up here so people can see it while we build. Because thanks to this 12-week table, we got a lot of floor space. It won't be up till next week. I record a very short mailbag that'll go out next week. Thanks to a anonymous supporter of mine. Amazon wish list. Unless you write your name in the note, I don't know who buys things. So if you ever want to buy something on my wish list, I'll put a link up later. Please tell me, because I can't know unless you tell me. It just came from an anonymous person, which is very nice. I've now got 4 Lego sets to build. I know which one I'm going to build next. It is the Yoda Jedi Fighter. That is my next build. That will be after I finish this up. If I finish this today, it'll be next Thursday. If I don't finish it, it'll be whenever I finish this. All right, we got a few people here in the chat. Hey, I understand some people just like to watch. They like to have it on their Xbox app. They just have it in the background. Maybe you're at work. You can't jump in the chat room. You just got this going on. But if you are in the chat, say hello. Throw me that Bear Cave emote if you're a subscriber. Let me know you're here. I'm just going to be building and talking, but I do like to read the chat. So if you're around, let me know on this Wednesday afternoon. We'll be going an hour and a half. If we finish the GM Sniper for an hour and a half, I'll probably stop early, but that's the goal. I got work tonight, and then I have a flight tomorrow morning at 7 in the morning, so I'm not going to sleep tonight. That is the plan. All right, so working on the legs. One thing is, so this is the skeleton here is actually pretty much like a lot of it's already done, which is surprising for a master grade kit. Usually it's a lot more involved, but these are actually for a master grade kit, pretty big pieces. So we're sliding little things that will connect differently and do other things. So we're just kind of like sliding those into place to make our life easier later. It's one of those things where like I'm doing it now and I might have to adjust it later if it seems to be not doing what I want to do, which is always kind of the case with these sorts of builds. You never quite know. Sometimes they just they tell you one thing, but they really meant something else, All right, so that's what it meant. One like that. Okay, I got that. It's the same thing to the other side. So yeah, I like a chat that's active. I also don't mind a quiet chat. So if you're just going to chill and relax today, that's totally cool. But if you got something on your mind, you want to talk to me about something, want to talk about end of the year stuff, anime stuff, I'm going to put probably about half an hour from now when we have a few more people pop in, I'm going to put up a link to a Christmas music playlist that I made. It's a Google playlist. You'll be able to play that. And if you want to hear some holiday tunes on your time, at your leisure, you can do that. So yeah, we're building the legs. I really like this kit. I've gotten a few people have reached out and said that I would enjoy building this, and they were right. It just comes together really smooth as far as master grades go. I like the color scheme. I like the head unit here. The weapon looks cool. We obviously haven't built that yet, but it looks cool. So yeah, I'm happy to build this. Also, the last two Gunpla kits I did were real grade, and those are fine, but I don't think I actually like them too much. The size of it. The gimmicks are okay, but I wasn't too thrilled with that kit when I built it. So I'm happy to be back into the master grade, which is my preferred building grade. Because high grade's too easy and real grade is okay, but kind of sloppy. All right, so that came off there. That's weird. There's these things sometimes don't quite snap in exactly where you want them to, which is frustrating. So I'll do so there. Oh, hey Isk, welcome. Oh, I hadn't said because it started before the stream started. I want to give a shout out to Will Smith for continuing to host my stream. He's got a lot more viewers than I do, and a lot more subs than I do, and it's very nice that when he's not streaming, I'm one of the people that he follows and hosts. It's very nice of him. So I'm having trouble with this thing. I'll just kind of leave it. It's being a bit of a nuisance. There we go. Okay, I got that. All right, so this is just the leg joints. They move around. Nothing major. We'll do the other for the other side. Good morning. Hello and welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm assuming that no one watching this it's the evening for anybody. That's certainly possible, but I think most of my viewership, this is either the morning because you are on the West Coast, it is just barely the afternoon because you're the East Coast, or I guess it's possible to be the evening. Yeah, if we have any international viewers today, which I don't think we do. I was hoping that by being at this time slot, we might have some of our Scandinavian friends join us, but I guess that's not true, which is fine. Yeah, so we're just doing some building. Like I said, I'm doing this today because I'm getting on a plane early tomorrow, and I didn't know how long I would be, like I didn't want to bring a lot of stuff down to my folks' place to build. I've got two of those Mega Constructs Pokemon kits that I'm bringing, and that'll just take like an hour on Saturday. So I wanted to have something else for y'all, and this is what I came up with. Just a thank you, just to make sure that I get my streams in so y'all get your videos, get that done for all y'all. And it's also good for me because it gave me something to do today, which is fun. Right before I get on a plane tomorrow morning, I got work tonight and a flight today. All right, trying to get these pieces in place. For some reason, this doesn't seem to want to do what I need it to do. Just making sure that everything is right here. This seems right. These two go like this, which means that this goes like this. All right, this first part went in just fine. This one's being a little weird, so I don't know. It always takes me a little bit to get into the swing of a build, even on Wednesday. I haven't built anything since Saturday, so that often happens where it takes me a little while to get vibing right on these builds. Okay, I got that there. Great. And then it goes like this. But yeah, excited to. I'm mostly excited to go a little bit of warmer weather, see my folks. I only see them once a year, so I'm looking forward to spending some quality time with my parents, doing a little holiday thing. All right, I did not assemble this correctly. Something is very wrong. So I'm going to look at the other one and see what I did wrong. Okay, I think I assembled this upside down. Luckily, I caught it pretty early, right? So yeah, hey, chat, if you're doing anything today, if you're building anything, assembling, doing some painting, as always, you feel free to let me know. You can send me a tweet of stuff you're working on anytime, but especially if you are doing any building or anything while I stream, always let me know. I like hearing from you. I like knowing what you're working on, uh, and I'll always give a shout out on my Twitter, twitter.com/PatBear. I like to know what you're working on. All right. So this piece has been frustrating on both sides, both legs. Okay. So I assembled that kind of wrong, and we're going to right our wrongs on this one here. I'm going to figure out what I did wrong and make sure I don't do it wrong again. And so I apologize for being a little slower than normal on one of these builds. I'm just trying to make sure I do it right because, it's the legs. I want to make sure the legs are right. It'd be kind of a bummer if they weren't. Yeah, that's the wrong piece. Okay, I'm just doing this wrong. There we go. Because these legs are similar, the top parts of the legs and the bottom parts of the legs, it is totally possible to just switch the order up and mess this up, which is what I'm doing here. But so far, this is the only thing in this entire build of this kit that's given me any trouble at all. So that's good. I like that. Of course, it'd be nice if everything was really simple and straightforward, and I wasn't running to any problems at all. But if I went this far with the kit before running into any problems, where it's the legs, if I already did the head and the arms and the body and ran into no trouble, having a little trouble with the leg, I'm not going to complain about. Because, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I'll be able to figure it out. This goes there. This goes here. All right, got that, got that. This goes like this. Let's see. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is usually the end of my work week, which is true for today. Got to go to work tonight, but I don't have to leave my apartment till 4:30, which is good. Excited about that. Yeah, it's a pretty basic day. All right, so we got our legs done. Now we're gonna add some armor to it because we did the bases of our legs, and now it's time to spruce it up with some armor pieces for me. Do this, do this. I'm gonna retweet my tweet, try to see if we can get see if there's anybody else that doesn't know that they should be coming into this chat and hanging out with all of y'all. Once again, obviously, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Let's see if I can find my tweet and get a few more eyes on the prize. I mean, I'm enjoying having you all here. It's just, I like to jump off some stuff. I like to bounce off some things. So it is always helpful when there's a couple questions or comments in the chat. So, got here. Oh, I got a phone call coming in, but it is a suspected spoof. I'm getting that's a good indication. Normally my phone does not ring. People don't call me about things. They text me or email me. or DM me or whatever, but they rarely call me on the phone. So that is a good indication that when my phone rings, usually it is not anything I want. It is most likely spam related or scam related, more importantly. So I know not to listen to it. I have a iOS app called Hiya, Hiya. I recommend it. It matches it, looks at your numbers, matches their database to see if a number is a known scam number. You can report numbers if you know that it was a scam and build a database. Um, and it's a good service. I recommend Hiya. It's free on iOS. Um, I can't remember who recommended it. It might have been Dan Reichert might have recommended it. But yeah, I think it's a very good service because I get a lot of uh, scams and spam on my phone, which is a bummer. I'd much prefer to not have that, obviously. So let's see. As always, we are on the countdown to 2018. One would hope it'll be a better year in many ways. I'm hoping that it'll be better, that the next season of anime shows will be better because I was bummed by this season. I mean, as I said, uh, Recovery of an MMO Junkie, I didn't initially like, but a few people here in the chat um, recommended I give it another chance, and I gave it another chance, and you know what? I did like it. So uh, they were right. And I'm glad that I gave it another shot because it is very cute. I think it just took a little while to get going, and once it did, I was into it, but I wasn't necessarily into it right off the bat. So, um, yeah, overall, pretty psyched about that show. Um, and Love is Like a Cocktail is still one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. It's just such a cute, endearing, lovely show. If you haven't watched it yet, I mean, I've been talking it up this whole dang time. So if you haven't seen it yet, please do. Please check out Love is Like a Cocktail. It's short. You can bang the whole. I think you can bang all the episodes out in the time it takes to watch like a one regular show because they're all 3 minutes, and part of that 3 minutes is the closing theme song. So you could get it done if you wanted to. And it's really just cute and fun and like a really silly, lovely little show. It's saccharine sweet, but you know what? Sometimes you need that, right? Because this year has not been great. So having a little bit of a saccharine sweet show, I don't mind it too much in our year of awfulness that is 2017. Okay, so we're building. We're putting stuff on, working on our legs. We're getting there. We're getting a lot done with this kit. So let's see here. Do this. So this goes on first, and then the other things build off of it. Problem is, I don't know where this goes. Going to do a quick little thing here to see if I can. So this goes here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this just goes this here. Huh. Okay. This is a kind of a weird thing. Trying to figure this out. Like what is this asking me for? Okay, so it goes a little lower piece here. All right, that makes more sense. Okay. So there's the knee piece here, put that there, and then there's some outer armor that goes around it, and that clips on. It's just like extra. Uh, armor. But it was confusing how it went together. But there it is. So when you bend it, it's like you can still see that piece there, but just like extra padding or armor. Not padding, armor. I don't know all the terms. I don't know everything. I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. All right, so let's do the other side of the leg. Get that going. This goes here. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. Nailing it. So one thing that I did over the weekends is I watched a lot of clips of the Arrowverse. I've seen some episodes of some of those shows, but never a lot of it. But I just started watching like random clips and connecting them together. Like I watched Arrow when it first came out, and then I kind of got off of it. And then I watched Supergirl when it first came out, and I'm probably gonna watch more of it because of all of the shows, Supergirl seemed the one I'm most interested in. Um, some of the characters in Legends of Tomorrow or whatever it's called uh, seemed like I wanted to know more about them. But of all of it, Supergirl seemed the one that was most fun because Flash seems like kind of well done, but also maybe I was just watching all of the sad clips, but it seemed real sad, and I was like, oh, this seems like a fucking bummer. Like everything, nothing goes great for Flash. Um, Also, Supergirl seems the least involved with time travel, which like I just I'm just like not super into time traveling stories. So Supergirl seemed like a thing that like had some of it because of the crossovers and they're a different dimension than the Flash show and all that. And I think I appreciate that more, the idea that it's a different universe. So they're not constantly running into each other. Or it's not that, why didn't you find these people? It's like, that's good. Since the Flash can run so fast, he theoretically can go and just fucking find people whenever he needs them. All right. Then 3, 2, 3. So we're building what appears to be like rocket boosters in our legs, propellers of some sort. It has a way that it wants me to do this, so I'm looking to do that the right way. And, oops, of course I mess it up almost immediately, as is my way. All right, that goes there, this goes there, and then I got some tiny rockets to add to it. A second, so we'll do that. All the DCOs got real bad in my opinion. They strayed away from the fun, real life hero life conflict and the hero stuff. Yeah, I mean Archeon's. You're right. You do need the balance of it, in my opinion. It's got to have that balance. It doesn't work if it doesn't. One goes on top. It's got to have that like dealing with the social stuff and trying to keep friendships going and like trying to have a life, and then also have like the big picture hero stuff. Like, a date's got to go wrong all the time. Like that's like a foundational moment. But it means you have to go on the date for it to go wrong, right? You got to have that part of it too. And when you're dealing with like when most of your show is the big picture baddie stuff, and you don't give yourself time to like introduce new characters and all that, or focus on like character development. Like, oh, we know this minor character, like we know this guy's going to be vibe at some point, but we can have a lot of fun with it before we get there. Like that's the stuff that I'm more interested in. Like take your time with it. But I also understand that like, it's a television show. They got to be action packed and get there and do all that stuff. Got a little red here for our rocket boosters we're going to put in. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't kept up a lot of it. I like Supergirl. I think the most of what I've seen. I'm going to probably go back and continue to watch that show because I kind of went off of it. I mean, it's television. It's hard to keep up with all that and knowing what's going on. And yeah, there, and there. And great. All right. So gotta do this and this and this. Okay, so now we're putting in some stuff here on our rockets. We got little booster things that we're putting in. Should be good. Hopefully these stay in. I'm going to use my snipper clips to kind of shove these in there and hopefully tighten them and keep them in place. That's the hope anyway, so they don't fall out, because that will be really annoying. That's the hope anyway, is that we can do this in a way that keeps them from popping out. And great, we did that. Great, we did that. So now we just attach these to our base here of our legs. There seems to be a place that it goes. Snaps in right here. Okay, yeah, great, it does. Cool. So let's go right in there. And there's some movement. It allows for some movement, for some adjustment of the rockets, which is cool. Overall, as I said, this kit I'm very pleased with. We had a little trouble there with the legs, but for the most part, it's just a pretty straightforward kit. All right, so now we are putting more armor pieces on, and then we'll put even more armor on when we attach them to our feet. We need D, a bunch of D pieces here. Great. D1 and D1. Yeah, but overall, this kit has been really fun and simple to do. But it's nice to get back to it. Nice to get back to a master grade size kit after doing so many real grade kits, 2 real grade kits. It's nice to get back to this size. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my vacation here. I'm leaving New York tomorrow early morning, and I will be back next Tuesday in the evening. I'm going to take because that's the 26th. So I decided what I would do is try to take like a real an easy time coming back to the city was the goal. Because otherwise it's just like flying the day after Christmas is always rough, and it's going to be really like a hard, like a long security line and all that. So I'm leaving in the evening, where the hope is that I will be it will not take forever to get through security and all that. All right, so we're putting that piece on there. These snap on. There's some guides for it. Oh, looks so good. Doesn't that look great? This PC goes like this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a little bit of warmer weather. My folks retired to South Carolina a few years ago, and it'll be great to see them and just kind of have like just some time where I don't have anything I really need to do. It's not a long break, but I come back next Tuesday, and then I work on Wednesday, and then I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off because of the holiday. So I have a long here in New York vacation. And then I come back to and then then I get back into the regular work week in January. But so I only have like when I come back to like a 1-day work week, so not too bad, and I'll be able to stream as normal, which will be good. And D12 on this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to good times with my parents, and just kind of like I'm really looking forward to sleeping in and going to bed early, like doing both those things. That's a thing I get to do because my folks are retired and they've got plans for me, but they also know to build around like my schedule of not wanting to do a lot, which is very nice of them. To accommodate my like need to catch up on all my sleep. All right, so we gotta fit that in like this. I don't know why. You build the rockets and you have to lift them up to get this piece in, and then you can lower the rockets down on it. It looks like, yeah. All right, great. That could have been a little tricky, but follow through, and then this piece goes like this. Can't wait to show you all here when we're done with it. And try to snap this in right. Doesn't pop off. I think that's right. Yeah, we got it there. And don't have it here, so just fiddling with it. I'm not sure why it's not snapping into place here on the bottom. It could be, there we go. Just needed a second to work it in. Great, so that's a completed leg, other than the just the top part here, the joint, so it snaps together. But that's a mostly completed leg, and that was pretty fast. So we'll get the other one done here, the other D1, and just do all the pieces we need. Shouldn't be too hard because we just did it, so we'll just do the same thing we did, and it shouldn't be a problem at all. 10 goes on this side, 9 goes on that side, D7. So as I said, this Saturday doing my Mega Constructs kits, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will be doing that stream from my parents' place. Hopefully everything will go well. Their internet's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's decent enough, and I'll be wired, and I'll have one less. I'll be using the here on the webcam that I'm not using now. I have another webcam that I'll be using that's built into my laptop, and so that way I'll have one less high-tech webcam, so it should be an easier stream for me to do. So that'll be good. It's this Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern is the next stream of mine, live from South Carolina, my Poke's place. So that'll be a good challenge to try to get that done. And this Saturday, a thing that's happening, I've mentioned it. I'm doing a drawing. I'm going to take all the subscriber names, put them through a random number generator, and pull out the winner, who will receive 3 model kits. The Mega Constructs that I've already done, not the ones I'm doing this weekend, but the 3 I've done. The middle form of the evolutions. So Charmeleon and Ivysaur and Wartortle. I've made those on stream before. So those 3 will be available to one of my subscribers. There'll be a random drawing. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe before Saturday so that you can be entered in to win. You win a kit. And then I would mail those 3 out on my own dime. All right, so put that in, put that up. And yeah, they're all completed. They're all in box. I'll mail the boxes. I'll ship it with the boxes in there. I already have the package all ready to go, and I'll mail that out when I get back to New York. I'm not going to send it. I'm not going to bring it with me to South Carolina and send it for South Carolina. So I'll do that there. And let me try to actually snap this in the bottom first. Yes, get it from the bottom first. And we're good. Great. So we got our leg done here. 2 legs done. We're going to work on putting our finishing here. We got a little bit more armor on the back, it looks like. And then just the simple joint to snap it together. So we'll find J here. And we're almost done with the sheet here. When we snap these off, we'll finish this sheet J and be able to toss that. That's always a nice feeling when you can finish something like that up. Lets you know you're getting close when you completely finish a sheet. So J3, J4, and it goes like this. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to having downtime. That's my biggest thing. Um, I'll be able to breathe a little bit, sleep a lot, see my folks, have some home cooked meals, not spend some money. That'll be great. Uh, having a few days where I'm not paying for dinner and eating out of my parents' fridge. You know, I mean, mostly it's wonderful to see them, but also it is nice to to like I'll take my dad out to lunch. You know, like that'll be one time, which we usually do. I take him out to lunch. Usually we get ribs. There's a like a it's pretty much a biker bar that my dad likes going to because they have really good ribs and the beers he likes. He's like an Elks Club member as well, so I might go to the Elks Club with him. Uh, but I rarely go to that because I don't drink, so it is weird for him to take me there to go hang out with his elk friends. My parents belong to a lot of clubs in their retirement. It's like my mom has like a couple book clubs and like a movie club. She's got a lot of stuff that she's into, which is awesome. I'm really happy. They have my dad has like a bunch of stuff. There's like a department, a grocery store, like a Lowe's has like a craft beer thing set up, and they have like sales, and my dad goes to that, which is just weird. I don't know, but it's fun for him. So I don't I'm not trying to take it away from him because I know that he really enjoys it. Oh, that's the end of this sheet here. D1 is done. I'm going to toss that over to the side, and we'll finish up D2 in a second here. So we're getting there. Finish things up. Yeah, so if you're working on anything, as always, let me know in the chat. And as I said, if you don't want to link it to me here, you can always tweet me anytime if you're doing any model kits. I always encourage people to go to Gundam Planet, do some research, buy a high grade kit if they have it. Just like, look at Amazon prices. If you got Amazon Prime, get free shipping. Just go and pick up a high grade kit or a chibi kit, a super deformed kit, and just like, I don't know, mess around with it. See if it's right for you. If I've encouraged you to do some building, that would be rad. I would love to know that because I love doing this stuff. If you hear weird noises in the background, I apologize for that. There's construction going on in my apartment. They stopped for quite some time, and they didn't do anything on Monday or yesterday. So, of course, they're doing stuff today when I was planning on streaming for y'all because that, of course, is how things work out. But the hope is that they will not be too distracting. The really hard sounds, because they're tearing up the stairs and redoing them and like refinishing them. So the removal was very loud, and then hopefully the installation of the new parts isn't as loud and you don't hear it. Now that you're settled into your new apartment, you start painting more. Oh, great, Isk! I'm glad you're settled and you're able to do that. Good luck with all your painting and getting back on track with that. It's awesome. And then there'll be danglong.net is also a great place to browse through to see what appeals to you. Oh, I don't know that site. That's a great thing. I'm going to put that in a tab and save that bookmark and take a look at it. Oh yeah, it's a Gunpla review site. I don't want anything to play but I'll take a look at that. Thank you for the link. I appreciate it. Very helpful. So I've been talking a little bit about 2018 and what I'm going to do. I've got, quite a few kits. I think I'm going to do 2 Lego kits in a row because I have so many of these kits. I want to get through a few of them. Okay, so we're going to put these on here, and then we will add a little bit of flourish to them. Great. So I've got I'm going to do 2 Lego kits back to back Not sure. I know one of them is the Yoda uh, kit, and then I don't know about the next one. I'll have my $10 plus Patreon backers, patrons decide that. Ooh, a lot of movement, a lot of range of movement on this. It's good. All right, so we got our legs on here. We're gonna add our accent pieces there, which is A and F. Great. Yeah. So I like. I'm gonna do that. I think the thing is to do two kits that are Lego, and then I bought it myself, right? It was on my wish list, but I just wanted to have it. I always like having a Gunpla kit waiting in the wings. This was waiting in the wings, so I've got a kit waiting for it, and that kit is going to be the Death Scythe, original Death Scythe, master grade size. So so not the Hell, not the second version, not the custom, because we built that master grade early on. We built the Endless Waltz version. This is not the Endless Waltz version. This is a just the original one. I really wanted to build it. Haven't built that in a while, so that's our next kit. That's for Gunpla. Like I said, we'll do 2 Lego kits because I've got 4 now, and I think I have another one coming. I believe someone is sending me one. So um, so that'll be the next year. Obviously, we're most likely going to finish this up today. So when I get back, we will start on Lego, and then we will do more Lego for the rest of this year. So yeah, so I don't think we'll get to the Death Scythe until next year, but I'm still excited about it. All right, so we're just building this. Snap it on here. Oh, legs already came off. It said push it in as tight as possible, and I thought I did. Guess I didn't. So I'm going to push it real tight. All right, that went in great. Okay, get the leveling there. Yeah, so I'm excited to get into some Lego again because I do enjoy doing the Lego kits. But I think 2 is probably the maximum in a row before I really want to get in building more Gunpla. So that'll be good. And, keep my Patreon going. My hope is to hit the $150 on Patreon, which would allow me to stream 3 days a week. I'd like to hit that goal. I think I'm at 90 something right now, maybe $96. I'm getting close to 100, which is awesome. And I'll put the links there in a second. Let me finish these parts and then put it all together. Then we'll do the backpack and the weapons, and then we'll complete the whole thing. So let me just get this going here. But yeah, I've got some stuff lined up. Excited about that. Excited about streaming next year. Got some, hopefully, doing some traveling. Emerald City Comic Con looks like I'm going. I'm hosting a panel that's unrelated to anything that I do here. I'm just helping out a company. More info on that soon. Just waiting to hear more details. And then that'll be great. That's going to be a good use of my time. Of course, PAX East, PAX West, PAX Unplugged. I'm doing all that. Hopefully, my friends will be back for New York Comic Con. My friends at Cards Against Humanity, and I'll be able to do something with them again. That's the hope. I don't know for sure if they're going to keep doing that, and if they want to include me. I hope they do, because I had a blast doing that show, doing improv on stage and all that. Improv at a comic convention that went well. So it went well enough that I'm like, I hope we do it again, because I did enjoy myself. I just put this together, so you'd think I would be nailing it the second time. There we go. Just didn't want to snap together the way I wanted it to. Yeah, so those will be that. There, hopefully, I'll be doing 404ing at a FlameCon. I don't know for sure. I'm probably going to pitch 404ing it to come back to New York the week of New York Comic Con. Pitch it to my theater up at Citizens Brigade. I haven't done that show there for a number of years, but the audience is built in a way that I'm like, I'd like to do it. I mean, I submit my panel to New York Comic Con every year and never get in. I don't expect to get in. All right, so we're going to assemble this. Then I'm going to do some links in the chat. All right, so there's our kit together. So now it's time for me to tell you about things that you should check out. First and first, here is first things first. This is the long, stupid link for my music playlist on Google Music. It's my holiday playlist, so you can check that out. If that appeals to you, it'll also be in the description on YouTube, youtube.com/PatBaer. I will put the show description there. Here is my Patreon link. Put that there. This is how to support me on Patreon. If you're $5 plus, you get these video archives on YouTube before everybody else, including my mailbags and any comedy videos that I upload. You always get those first. $10 get to decide what I do on stream. There is my Amazon wish list. If you're a $1 Patreon, you get you support me, and you also get a monthly Q&A just for all patrons. So that's my Amazon wish list. If you want to buy a kit there, there's also some computer components. I'd love to build my PC up to snuff and be able to stream games. Can't do that right now. And here's my Ko-Fi if you just want to send me money. Any money that goes to that goes to me buying model kits. Like I said, I've got a few Lego and I got one. But my Ko-Fi, the money that I got in my Ko-Fi recently, that all went to buying that Death Scythe custom. So the money that goes there does go to buying kits. So I want to thank everyone that's been supportive of that. All right, so now we're going to build a backpack. We're going to build some guns and a shield. I think 45 minutes. If we don't finish it up, we'll get very close. But I think we're going to finish that. So I'm going to put him right there so you can kind of check that boy out, that bad boy, that bad girl, that non-gendered conforming cool thing. So we're building a backpack. Let's find the sheets that we need. We need B15 and B11. So yeah, this will just like live on the back of this sniper, which is cool. So that goes there. Yeah, so those links, like obviously, hey, if you don't follow me here, follow me so you know when I go live. It's twitch.tv/PatBaer. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, you've got yourself 20% off for the first month here. So that's a thing that might appeal to you. If you want to save some cash on that way, you can gift a sub if you have a friend who's into it. And if you're a subscriber on Saturday, you'll be involved in the raffle, and maybe you could get yourself some Mega Constructs Pokemon that I built. Those could be yours. All right, so we need A1 and E21, E11. Okay, so E21 is here. So we're just assembling our backpack. I want to thank everybody who's been watching the stream. Like I said, we're going to go to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, so we got another 40 minutes of the stream. So thanks for hanging out with me here and watching me do some streaming stuff. Appreciate that. This has been a very fun kit. I'll be sad to see it go, but I've enjoyed my time with it. So yeah, it's been a straightforward but rewarding, cool build. All right, so this goes like this first, then this part goes here. Okay, and that just goes here. All right, and then we do the same thing we just did, but on the other side with E1. And then we're going to put in some booster rockets, it looks like, which is cool. I'm into that. I don't have any comedy shows for the rest of the year. It looks like I submitted a an idea for a show for Friday, the 28th of December. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's kind of a last minute thrown together thing. So I might end up being on a show, but I pitched to host a show either that Friday or the following Friday as an end of year thing. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'll, of course, let everybody know for my New York friends or those that can make it, commute to New York of those comedy shows. We'll see if that happens. I would hope they would. Um, all right, so now we're putting in some rockets here. So we'll do that real quick. So E2, 10, 10, and then A5. Put those in there. Yeah. End of the year, I've been trying to formulate some of the games that I really liked and some that I didn't. It's been interesting to think critically about the games that I really enjoyed, the games I didn't enjoy as much. I was actually surprised myself. I still haven't finished a few games, and I'm trying to go back and finish them. Like I never finished Pyre, and I really enjoyed my time with it, but I bounced off of it to do something else and never went back to it. So I'd like to go back to Pyre. I was borrowing a PS4 for a bit to let me play some games, and because I was borrowing it, I had like priorities, and my priorities were Persona and Yakuza 0. And I didn't finish Persona 5. I actually don't like the characters, and the story wasn't pulling me along. I think the dungeons are better than 4. Don't get me wrong. I think the gameplay is better. I just don't like any of the characters. I don't like I don't want to help anybody. I just wasn't into it. So but Yakuza, I think I finished the game at like 20%, maybe a little bit more, maybe less. There's so much more game to that game, but I really enjoyed Yakuza. Um, so because of that, I prioritized those two. I never played Horizon, so I'd like to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully, I will. A friend of mine, because I don't have a PS4, I have a DS and I have a computer. Those are my gaming systems right now, modern gaming systems. So my friend was in LA for quite some time this past year. So while he was in LA, I borrowed because I was house sitting, and he let me borrow his PS4. And so I had to prioritize what I wanted to play. And of course, the first thing I grabbed was Persona because I love Persona, the series. And I didn't have a lot of fun with it. I had some fun with it, but not enough. But I want to go back to it. I have my saves still. So early next year, uh, my friend David will go back to Los Angeles for a few months, and I will most likely have access to his PS4, and I'll be able to pick up where I left off, which will be good because I want to see more. I want to see more of it. So, and I'd like to play Horizon. But yeah, my roommate has a Switch. I don't own a Switch. I will probably get one at some point. My hope is that my financials next year will be a little better because traveling will be taken care of a little easier. And if that ends up being the case, my travel is more secured and more stable, then I can spend a little bit more money on consoles and get a Switch. Because I didn't play Zelda and I didn't play Mario. I didn't play Splatoon 2. The most I ended up playing was I played on my friend's Switch a lot of Jackbox Party Pack 4, which I just haven't put enough time into it because it came out too late. I love the Jackbox games, but I just haven't played enough of it. I should just buy it um, on Steam and then bring it to events and parties to force myself to play it by having it available. All right, so this. Okay. Oh, there we go. This is a cool looking backpack. I'll show it off once it's done because it's almost done. And there we go. Great. So here's the backpack. I'll put it right here so you can see it. It's got rocket boosters on there, booster packs and all that. These move, which is cool. So we're gonna attach that to the back of our kit model here. Great. So now we got our rocket boosters. And as always, this is a reminder. This is where they keep the beam katanas on the skirt there, which is cool. Those pop off. You add some beams to that, and you're ready to go. All right. So we're gonna build. That was easy. Now we're building our guns. We're gonna build our sniper rifle. We're gonna build a machine gun. We're gonna build our shield. So now we get to go into the sheets that we haven't used, which are these two, WPG, and we've done some of MP to make hands, so we'll have more hand stuff in there, I'm sure. So let's get into it. This is a great looking kit. I'm gonna put them down so you can take a look at them as I build. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how cool it all looks. All right, so let's build here. We're gonna do 6, 7. All right. That's 6. Was that 6? That was 9. Oops. All right. Well, that's 9. Here's 6. Okay. Apologize there. Misidentified what this looked like. All right. Yeah, so we're just putting this gun together. Just go together pretty quickly, pretty fast. If you're working on anything in the chat, you're doing any painting, doing any model kit building, I said that a couple times. Let me know. Pina, you've been playing Zelda lately. Finally, I owned it since it came out. Honestly, kind of on the fence about it. So that's about it. Just kind of feels more like work. Oh, I understand. There's a lot to it. It's from what I can gather, it is a very much an open world game. And yeah, if that's not what you're looking for, I could see that being really, like just a slog if you're not looking to like do stuff and craft stuff and run around. If you're looking for just like a dungeon like game, dungeon exploring game, I can see this particular Zelda not being up your alley. I'm excited for it. Like I haven't touched it as I said, but I'm excited to do that. So this whole G, which we've never used G before, is just for this gun. It's just for this sniper rifle. So we'll just snip everything off. And great, so that's off. Done with that sheet. Toss it over there. And then we just start putting things together. So this goes this here, like that. Yes, okay, so that goes like that. And this goes like this. This is kind of delicate here, so I'm hoping to not mess anything up. That's my goal, is to do it justice and to also not make mistakes that I have a huge amount of problems fixing. Those are the two goals. All right, great. So those are together. So now we put some more parts of our kit here together. 9, 10. Still really fun. I just have a weird paralysis when it comes to prioritizing side quests and open world. Oh, see, I don't have any problems with that because I just want to do the side quests. My Yakuza 0 game is so much side stuff because that's what I really like to do in games. I kind of came to this decision, this realization that, between Fallout and Skyrim and Sleeping Dogs and all kinds of open world games of that flavor, these American action open world games, the number one thing I want to do is be a tough guy who uses his or her violent tendencies for good. I want to like kick down the door, shoot the bad guys, untie the hostage, send them home. It's like, there's a couple in Fallout, all the Fallout games, including 4, there are a couple real bad people, but they put the moral choice in where they don't let you, they're not hostile to you. So if you take them out, there are companions that will be unhappy with it. So you gotta like do it without those companions around, because you're like, nope. Like, this character is awful and doing awful things, and they are not going to continue to be awful. I'm going to take them out. But that's kind of like what I like about those more games. Like, I like to be a thug with a heart of gold. Like, I'll shoot the bad guys. I'll destroy stuff. I'll lay waste to whatever. But also, I'm going to be like, hey, y'all did a great work here. You're all doing good stuff. I'm going to protect the city. That's kind of my play style. So I love doing side quests where you can like one of the reasons why I really like Yakuza is there, there's side quests where it's just like, hey, we need you to go to this place and like, can you help this guy be less creepy because he's a really creepy dude, or these this boy band or musicians need to be tougher. Can you like tell them cool lines to say so they seem like tough? Or this guy keeps stealing our pants. Can you go and stop him from stealing our pants? And you're like, okay, I will stop them from stealing your pants. Or, hey, we want to be a breakdance battler like you. Join our crew. I don't know. A lot of cool, weird stuff in that game. I'm not doing it justice for my kind of description of it, but it is a great game. Highly recommend it. Okay. So now we're putting on our stand here for our sniper rifle, which is, I think, very funny that like a Gundam, or not a Gundam, but a mech has a kickstand on their gun. It's just fun. I don't know why that's just funny to me, but it is. All right. Doesn't seem to want to snap together the way I want it to. We'll see why. Let's see if I can get that going. But yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weird. A lot of really good video games this year. So strange how that worked out. There's just a ton of great games, and I did not get to play them all. Also, because like I put, it's like I'm still playing Hearthstone, and I'm really loving Hearthstone. Right there with you on the thug with heart of gold. Yeah, Saints Row. You're still an agent of chaos, but you're like, well, I want people to be okay. So here's our sniper rifle, which is great and crazy looking. Love how that looks. Put that over there. All right, we're going to build a machine gun. We've got our ammo for it, our magazines. By taking 11 and 13, putting them together. So we're just going to build our magazines for it. They'll go in the box. One of them will go in the actual gun that we build. The other ones will go in the box. Yeah, really good year for video games. And I mean, I'm still playing a lot of Hearthstone this year. I spent a long time this year playing because it came out in November or November last year. Pokemon Sun Moon. I have not bought Ultra. Part of my Christmas bonus will be getting Ultra for next year, and that'll be my big Subway game because I have, depending on where I'm headed for work, anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes on the Subway each way. So getting, catching a couple Pokemon, moving the story along a little bigger is something I really like doing. So I'll probably buy Ultra Sun. I'll probably buy Ultra Moon since I own Sun. I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, I played so much of that this year. And of course, a lot of PUBG, which for me is surprising because I'm not a shooter guy. Like, I played just a few shooters this year. I played Wolfenstein and I played PUBG. And I think those might be the only shooters that I really played. I mean, Yakuza, whatever, but not really. It's certainly not a shooter. Okay, so we got our magazines. One of these magazines is going to go in our gun. The other two I'm going to put in our box so that we don't lose them. And then we'll just put together this. This gun's pretty simple to put together. Comes together pretty fast. Oh, I never talked about this. So Agents of Mayhem came and went, right? Like, it wasn't that great. People weren't into it. Excuse me, I'm going to cough and grab a little water. So yeah, Agents of Mayhem kind of came and went. Apparently, the Agents of Mayhem board game, tabletop board game, is fun. I haven't played it, but apparently people really liked it, which is such an odd thing. It's just also an odd license thing to make. Like, why did someone make a board game based on Agents of Mayhem? Like, it's confusing to me that happened since that game didn't really go anywhere. But I hear the board game is fun. I don't know. I'd like to give it a shot. I like, I wanted to like Agents of Mayhem, but I played the demo and was just like, nope, no thanks, not good. Oh, got a little hitch there on the live stream. Hopefully that'll work out itself. Yeah, all right. So we're just building our guns here, snapping our gun together, putting the pieces where they belong. Gotta figure this out here. Great, and this snaps in this. Great. So we got our machine gun, we got our sniper rifle. We're gonna build our shields. We're gonna skip a step just here for a second. We don't need to skip that. We'll do it real quick. Got another 20 minutes here on stream. I might go a little long if we're really close to finishing up because I've got a little bit of a window because I don't have to leave to work until 4:30, but I do want to get this uploaded on the internet before I go to work. I want to do it from home instead of trying to do it from work. But here are our beam weapons. I'm going to put one on, take one of these off. Really straightforward. You put it like that, you're good. So I'll put one of those on there. I'm going to put the other one inside. Keep the other beam there. Oops, leg came off. It said push real tight. Apparently, if there is a problem in this kit, it is one of these legs. Apparently, that is a thing that I need to be wary of. So I'll try to get it snapped back in as far as I can. And hopefully that won't be a problem. Yeah, because the skirt doesn't seem to be a problem, which is often a problem with these kits. Okay. So let's see here. Let's build our shield, right? Finally. Let's get our shield going. Time to build our shield. Love a good shield. My gaming backlog for next year, like I said, I'm going to try to play Zero Dawn. I'm going to try to finish Prey. I didn't finish Prey. I liked Prey. I didn't love Prey. So I'd like to go back and finish that up. I'm just cleaning up this here. All right, that's cleaned up there. Just clean it up a little bit there. Okay. E and F, we need E1. There's only so many pieces left, so it's not too hard to find what we need, right? Because there's only so many sheets that have any pieces on them when you get to the end of a kit. Like we're about to clip the last piece out of E, right? So then we'll be done. But yeah, I'm excited to finish up this kit. I'm excited to do some Lego. We'll do the Yoda Starfighter next in Lego form. Excited for that. I put a lot of Lego Star Wars kits on my wish list because I enjoy Star Wars, and hey, Star Wars is popular right now. It's people are talking about it. So the kits aren't super expensive. So people have been able to jump in and do that, which has been cool. I don't know how long it'll take to do these. I have a really good, I have always a good estimate on these kits, but I don't necessarily have a great estimate on Lego because sometimes they're complex and take a little while, and other times it's just like snap, 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 done. And so we'll see. We'll see where that takes us. All right, so this goes to this, and then this goes to this. Great. And then there's a piece here that kind of pops a little bit. It kind of pops out, which is cool. And so that went like there, and then you got to put the handle on there. So that's I, H. There, here's I. We still got some pieces left here in I, so get those done. Okay, and then so if you end up with gift cards this year, consider sending your old friend Pat. Maybe buy something on my wish list with your Amazon gift cards that come in from your aunt and uncle who don't know what to buy you. And you're like, I don't know what I want. Maybe pick something up off my list because I'll build it on stream. So we got our handle here for holding the shield. That goes on there. And then we just have one less piece here. Our last piece on B, which is the front of our shield. But yeah, follow me here on Twitch. Subscribe if you want. Maybe on Saturday, if you're a subscriber, you could win those model kits. Do that as a Christmas thank you to my subscribers. And there we go. That's our shield. Did that, and then we can take and put a hand here for our gun, which is could pop this piece off here. Put that in the box there, and why not? Why don't we put on the trigger hand, and we can put our weapon on. This like this, like that. That's the end of F. Toss F, and just do a little snipper clip here. And trying to be real careful with these because the finger likes to come off here, which it did as I was saying I was trying to be careful. Great. So that's the hand that goes on there, and then we can let's put our sniper rifle on, right? If we're gonna put a gun on here, should be that one. What we got here? Wookins is hosting the stream. Good evening, Wookins. We've only got about 15 minutes left here on the stream, but thank you for even joining at all. I appreciate it. Good evening and hello. And thank you for hosting. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did 2 p.m. Eastern time here till 3:30. I'm trying to get this gun to hang out there. All right, so that's not working. We're going to try the other gun, see if we can get that to snap in place. But yeah, thank you for joining. Thanks for jumping in for the end of the stream. We've done quite a bit here. We're just about to finish up this build. All right, so we'll just do that. And we'll assemble our hand. Oh, that explains. We'll just do it like this. Great. So then we got our leg is popping off again. This one leg does not want to stay on. Is being very annoying. Oh, no problem, Wookins. It's totally okay. This was a weird stream because I'm not streaming tomorrow night, so I did my afternoon stream. But thanks for joining in, even if it is for just a bit. Totally okay. So yeah, so we got our gun there. We'll put the machine gun on, and oh, I almost missed a thing. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. Almost missed a step, y'all. That was not like me. I'm usually pretty thorough, but I did catch it. There's a way to hold the shield that I didn't put on. So you got to do that. And 28. But yeah, this kit came together really well. We're almost done here with it. This will be my last probably Gundam of the year because our gun, not a Gundam. It's Gunpla. It's not a Gundam. This will be the last Gundam model kit of the year, Gunpla. I will be doing 2 Lego kits. I'll do the Mega Constructs on Saturday at my folks' place. And then after that, I will be doing 2 Lego Star Wars kits back to back. And then that'll take us through the rest of the year. And then in 2018, I will come back to doing some other kits. All right. Oh, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so this is our shield as well. And one thing you can do is you can take, we disassembled this part here, which is where our beam katana lives. You can have it on the back if you're not using the shield, but if you're using the shield, you can put this beam weapon thing on the back of the shield, which is cool. Which looks like this. So that way, if you are using the shield, you can have our beam weapons like on the actual shield as storage, which is a cool little extra step. Put that in there. Wookins, you started doing your own creative streams as well. Maker Mondays. Subscriber emoticons and backgrounds for your streams. Cool. Hey, you know what? It's not going to be physical, but you are making things. That's awesome. Congratulations. Folks should give Wookins a follow and check out their stream on Mondays. That's awesome. All right, so that's gonna do it. Oh, you can put those. Apparently, I didn't do it, but back here there's a spot on the back of this where you can put those spare cartridges. I'll just do it for show, even though this one's gonna live on there. you can put, you can do it like this, and then store the machine gun ammo there, which is cool. All right, that's going to do it for this stream. I want to thank you. Sorry, Wookins, I think that's a pretty cool emoticon. I think you're selling yourself short. I think that's a cool, weird little subscriber emoticon. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for giving me that follow, giving me that subscriber. Once again, on Sunday or Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern is the next stream. Somebody is going to get from me 3 Mega Constructs that are built. I'll mail to them. That's a drawing for that for all subscribers. So if you let your subscriptions lapse, maybe jump back in, get back in there. If you have it, if you want to, you don't obviously have to, but you're more than welcome to jump back in. I thank you for joining me today on this weirdly timed stream. Sorry couldn't have you on there longer, Wookins. But yeah, Sunday I'm doing that raffle for all subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't. Renew if you haven't. Use your Twitch coin if you have Twitch Prime. Link to your Amazon Prime. And that's going to do it. Thank you so much for joining me for this weird afternoon stream, as I said. And I'll see you Saturday live from South Carolina at 9 p.m. Eastern. Goodbye.